No, we're not abandoning Ukraine. It's just taking some time. We'll get there, but it's being delayed by some folks in the Congress. I think just because you've got a few extremists in our Congress that are just trying to delay it, but it'll happen.
It's clear that the Biden administration is 100% behind Ukraine and wants to help them. I think it's just Trump Republican supporters. It's clear that it's the Republicans in the House that are holding the funding back for Ukraine.
It's just Republicans stick together and Democrats stick together, and nobody wants to work together to help anybody anymore. It's awful. They just represent their constituents. That's it.
Republicans for sure, I would say. Well, from Trump's supporters' perspective, that's clear, I think. But I wouldn't be able to answer you as for the rest of America.
I think, from my knowledge, it sounds like Biden is still sending a lot of money over to Ukraine to help, from my knowledge. So I don't know if I would say abandoning.
I would say the Republican supporters are leaning more towards stopping the funding.
Spending.
So I would say, mainly Trump supporters would be in support of stopping the funding.
So I think that it's, of course, primarily Republican Trump supporters, and that's sort of the reason why it's so difficult for democratic powers inside the U.S. to continue supporting Ukraine.
I think maybe there's less support politically for Ukraine from America, particularly with Trump. He seems to be saying he's not going to support Ukraine and fund the war further if he comes to power.
I don't think Americans are intentionally abandoning Ukraine. I think it's just part of the news cycle. It's fallen off, especially with the war in Gaza now as well. It's just not getting the same attention.
My perception is that it's not Americans. I think it's a group of the Republicans and primarily the Trump supporters who don't feel any reason to support Ukraine.
I believe that America is abandoning Ukraine. I think it's led by the Trump Republicans. So that was the second part of your question. I'm hoping that maybe things change in the near future, but I'm really worried about it.
I agree. No, I don't think America is abandoning Ukraine, but at the moment the political situation is stopping it.
I think the Republicans, they are not they are looking for their interests. I think that's why all that support is delayed in the Congress. So I'm not saying that they are abandoning it, but they are using all that situation for their purpose, and I think that's bad.
I would say America as a whole has kind of abandoned Ukraine. I mean, I think as a country we don't have enough empathy for countries other than ourselves who are going through hard times.
I'm afraid I don't have enough information to tell you, I'm sorry.
To be honest, I'm not too sure on that one. I mean, with America, I'm not too up to date with American politics at the moment.
I think America is in serious trouble, and I think that Russia and China have joined together with Iran and everything else, and America are running scared at the moment because they're not as powerful as they used to be, and I think they're withdrawing all effort from all, Ukraine and other countries as well. But they seem to also be, backing people like Iran by lifting their sanctions. It's a mad world we're living in. But yeah, I think they're abandoning Ukraine.